Stay close and you will live.
Here's backup!
Our bond is strong! Lightning,
Illusion shattered! Evil looks. Shoot on sight. Loaded.
Don't get too close!
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Supporting fire! Fire it up!
I'll settle this. Dissipate.
Ready. Torn to oblivion!
Supporting fire! Check this out!
There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
Lightning, purify!
Loaded.
Get with me!
I got you covered! Fire it up!
I'll settle this!
When evil looks, shoot on sight into the shadows.
Oh no! Sorry! Guests, hello! I've been waiting here for the longest time and nobody came. I was only planning to rest my eyes for a bit, but the sofa was so comfy, I guess I dozed off.
Let's I can talk!
Sure can! Talking is one of the things I can do. Alright, so... yes. Introductions are in order, aren't they? Greetings, my dear guests. My name is... wait. What's my name?
Not sure we can help you with that one, buddy. Guess you were in a pretty deep sleep, huh? Seems like you're still waking up.
Huh? Really?
We're just messing with you. Anyway, Paimon's name is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Okay, great, that went well. At least this mysterious room doesn't rob everyone of their memories.
I must apologize. I must have slept for so long that I can't remember what's real and what's a dream anymore. I did have a lot of dreams while I was asleep. Okay, concentrate. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, the current me is a concierge in charge of attending to any guests that find themselves here. Yes, you may call me Wolfy.
Okay, but, if all you can remember are your dreams, what makes you think any of them are real experiences? They're just products of your imagination, right?
You mean, if it comes from my imagination, it can't be real life? Huh. Well, it sounds like you know more about that kind of thing than I do. I can't tell the difference at all. I remember a time when a horrid curse was put on me. My heart was cased in unmelting ice, and I had to spend my days in agonizing solitude, surrounded by nothing but boundless tundra. I also remember playing with White Fang in the misty forest. We chased golden butterflies, waded through rushing streams, and shattered the very moon beneath our feet. And I'll never forget marching in that celebratory procession with the other troops, being showered in confetti as I excitedly waited for Her Majesty the Queen to bestow her honor upon me. It was glorious. To me, all these events are indistinguishable from real experiences. Take my latest dream, for instance. I remember being in a garden of forking paths, and Madame Mage said to me, "From now on, you are a concierge. Be sure to treat your guests well." And I found myself here. And like I said, I waited and waited and waited. And now, finally, 2 guests have arrived. At last, I can fulfill my duty. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
Yeah, and who is this Madame Mage? Is she really just a figure from your dream? Seems like there could be more to it than just that.
Well, Madame Mage is Madame Mage. Just as you, dear guests, are guests. She and her friends, oh yes, and they're all mages too. Each one of them is a master of their own type of magic. Conjuring, illusions, and so on. One of them uses a quill pen to cast her spells. She has a very mysterious ink bottle that contains fantasy truth. I had a little taste when she wasn't looking, and oh my goodness was it bitter. Blech. But the other mages all love her magic. They use their powers of creation to transform her fantasy truth into true fantasy. How do they do that? I haven't the slightest idea. I'm just a toy with stuffing for brains. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
Yeah, what is this place? We came in here through this one door in the library, but we were never able to open it before.
Well, congratulations on your successful entry, dear guests. This is a special room, one that can only be accessed by those who are invited. Seeing as you two have this privilege, you can invite your friends to enter as well. On that note, I'd better tidy up this place as quickly as possible. Oh, and I should prepare some tea and snacks too. You don't mind if they're on the sweeter side, do you?
Of course not! Wait, before we get ahead of ourselves, mind telling us where we are exactly? Are we even still in Mondstadt?
That is a difficult question. Madame Mage created this room using magic, and I don't know magic. Still, you have my guarantee as concierge that this is a safe and comfortable place. I sincerely hope you enjoy your time here. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me? Yes, I saw! You were magnificent! I was completely enraptured by your performance.
What do you mean, performance?
Well, Madame Mage says that every page of a storybook is a segment of the present. I'm sure only the most distinguished of guests are able to take the stage as the story's protagonists and put on a show as spectacular as yours. What a thrilling battle! Yes, that's what every story needs to spice things up. Naturally, those are the kinds of stories I love reading the most. I wonder what would make a good title for a book about your magnificent performance. Should we call it a saga? An epic? A tale of conquest? A chronicle of combat? Choices, choices. In any case, I do hope you will be so kind as to indulge us with more of your fine performances. In fact, scratch that. I'm afraid I shall have to insist. The story of the present is waiting to be written, and you, dear guests, are the ones to fill its pages. Is there anything else you'd like to ask?
This place is getting more confusing by the second, but Wolfy seems alright, so we should be fine, right? Besides, our goal is to set foot in every corner of Teyvat, and the courage to boldly go where others dare not to tread is what will take us there.
Wow, what a wonderful line! Spoken like a true adventurer.
You bet! We're the real deal!
Is that so? Well then, I'd better make sure I do my duty as concierge of this place. I hope this can be somewhere for you to rest and recuperate when you're weary, so that you can embark on your next adventure refreshed and renewed. Come back here anytime if you get tired. I'll be sure to take good care of you.
I rarely encounter opportunities to rest mid-journey. During battle, slowing down is even more out of the question. However, given that this is not a solo operation, I will go along with what you think is best. In any case, this is an acceptable place for a brief period of respite.
Don't be too weirded out if you see me with my mask off while we rest. I'm just getting some fresh air. This place is way too idle. It gets to you after a while. Gotta take some deep breaths. Not that I'm rushing you, of course. I'll wait until you've made your preparations in full.
Thanks for inviting me here. If there's nothing too urgent that needs your attention, why not take a seat and relax for a bit? I'll make you some tea. Oh, don't mention it. It's nothing, really. I'd hate to see anyone who needs my care tiring themselves out too much.
It's not often that I have the chance to take a rest before the battle is truly over. I keep asking myself, can I really afford to take a rest yet? And if there are still monsters that have not yet been vanquished, the answer is no. I cannot stop now. You'd like to join me in a moment of meditation? Oh, all right. Close your eyes. Now, join me in turning your gaze inward, to the deepest part of your being.
Want me to come along? Let's hear us. Check this out. As one with wind and cloud. My transfix. One with nature. Know your place. Feel like today. The wind rises. Supporting fire! Fire it up! Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Overruled!
It's over!
I'm afraid I still have some work to do before everything is ready. Thank you for your patience, my dear guest. If you'd like, you can take the stage and perform once more. There will be toy medals waiting for you in treasure chests afterwards.
Before I go on a long journey, I tend to leave the children of the House of the Hearth with some homework to complete in my absence. Many of them, however,
simply play to their heart's content for most of the time I am gone, then rush to get their homework done in the final few days before my return. They believe I am none the wiser, but I have simply elected not to expose their chicanery. After all, to complete one's work in a short time frame is a skill in its own right.
Thanks for inviting me here. If there's nothing to... Oh, don't mention it.
You need a break already? Your travels sure have made you soft. Can't we just go and get this over with? We're not fighting a trained army here. We'll run circles around those morons. All right, suit yourself. Just don't keep me waiting too long.
During my days as a wanderer, if I came upon a beautiful view and was feeling in a poetic mood, I'd stop to compose a few lines. I once thought about writing an anthology of my poems and leaving it on a shelf, so I could share with others the way I felt when my eyes first met those wonderful sights. But when I looked back at the drivel I'd written, I gave up on the idea. I'm sure other travelers will get that same sense of peace from the natural world as I did, if it's meant to be.
Just sharpen my spear.
Gonna be epic.
shall perish! Ha! Ha! Shine down!
Go in! You're toast! Boba, get them! Ha! Shadow Raiden!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Bravo! Bravo! Another spellbinding performance! Are you interested in learning any new thespian tricks? By which I mean dashing and elegant poses. In fact, what would you say to a friendly exchange? I'll teach you some thespian tricks in return for toy medals from the treasure chests. Friendship is a wonderful thing, isn't it? Ah, just the word itself gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart and my stomach.
Yep, gotta love friendship. But, when you say a warm, fuzzy feeling in your stomach, there is something slightly concerning about that. Anyway, are you sure you're okay with just toy medals? What could they be worth if they're just toys?
As long as you believe, even toy medals can be more valuable than gold. That is the magic of imagination. Madame Mage told me that. I can't say I entirely understand what she meant, but the thespian tricks, I actually got those from a wish I made to Madame Mage. So long as she thinks it's a fair trade, I think it should be fine.
Sounds kinda ominous. Don't a lot of scary stories start out that way? You make a reckless wish to a wicked witch, but you end up regretting it when she forces you to pay an impossible price in return?
I believe you're misunderstanding the situation, dear guest. There is absolutely nothing to fear. To start with, mages are quite different from wicked witches. And besides, I already told you what the price is. It's the toy medals. There's no catch.
And you're sure about that?
Yes, completely. In any case, I was the one who made the wish, so if someone has to end up paying an impossible price, just leave it to me. I enjoy watching your performances, so it's well worth it as far as I'm concerned. I wonder how many blank pages are left in this book. But not to worry. Even if we run out of space, new blank pages will be added very soon. I do look forward to the day when all empty pages are filled with stories.
If it's okay with you, I think we should check all the pillars in this room, just to make sure they're sturdy. If I spend too long in one place, sooner or later, accidents happen. It's not me I'm worried about, but if I'm gonna keep on adventuring with you, we gotta make sure everybody else is safe.
Only a handful of my more experimental dishes have made it onto the Wanmin restaurant menu. In most cases, it's because I think the texture isn't quite right, or the flavor needs a lot more work. But that doesn't mean I'm about to give up. I know there are tasty dishes out there waiting to be discovered, and I'll find them sooner or later.
Huh? This is supposed to be out of print! I've been looking for this for ages! I can't believe it! I wonder what else there is around here that I've been missing! I mean... The scrolls of destiny that anchor this realm in time and space make for a rather interesting read. Oz, lend me thy beak, and lift the veil of darkness. By the power of my Ode de Verurtelang, the tears and suffering described herein shall be etched in my memory, and so shall I bestow upon them my blessing.
It's not often that I have the chance. I keep asking you'd like to join me.
Fun with this gift! Dare to...
Power that ended Haitham!
Wretched vermin! Behold!
Time to go! For regrets. Truth repeats its course.
To ashes!
ashes!
Unsightly insects!
Gears of the storm!
How amusing!
This isn't good! Higher, higher, hands on fire! Power that ended Haitham! Truth repeats its course. We'll see about that. Have fun with this gift! Too late for regrets!
To ashes!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Cross over! Gears of the storm!
As you wish, main.
No sense of respect! Wretched dastard!
Power that ended Haitham!
Well, Oz revealed the... Have fun with this gift! Too late for regrets! Time to go!
Midnight Phantasmagoria. No rest for...
Truth repeats its course.
Eyes on me!
Midnight Phantasmagoria! Dare to mess with me? I summon thee! Cross over! The look on your face tells me you're ready to head deeper into the domain. Next stop, the belly of the beast, huh? Never fear, for Director Hu Tao is here, ready to face whatever comes at us, from the ordinary to the abnormal to the paranormal. So, without further ado, shall we? Let's not keep the monsters waiting. Traveler from another world, you have the princess's permission to enjoy a brief moment of peace. But be ready, for once I have peered into this dark dominion and beheld the treachery within, I shall rain down thundering retribution upon this place. And when the curtain of doom falls, thou shalt give it thy full, undivided attention.
There's a lot of stories about me floating around in Liyue, but I guess the most well-known is the one about me defeating Haishan. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I went into that fight with a huge ego. I thought I'd seen it all and wanted to show people that I could take on the world. Little did I know it would very nearly cost me my life. Ultimately, I still dealt the final blow. But in the end, what got me through it wasn't my arrogant desire to prove myself. It was the fact that I had a whole crew behind me that I cared about a lot.
You youngsters need to make sure you're getting enough exercise. You don't want to be huffing and puffing while your elders are still going strong. Why, this is a walk in the park compared to the field studies that Haravatat used to send us out on. Never mind. No point in dredging up the past. Go on, then. I suppose you ought to rest if you really are tired. I've seen too many junior scholars ruin their health for the sake of their academic pursuits. Let that be a cautionary tale. Those who fail to heed the advice of their elders do so at their own peril.
Whatever would you do without me?
Emerge, right now.
Clouds high, the birds call into the wind.
Power that ended Haitham! Hunt them down.
Loaded.
Emerge, right here. Emerge.
Wind strike.
A sight to behold. Right here, right now.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night, one with nature.
Emerge.
Eyes on me! Time to testify. Ready.
Day.
Right here.
As one with wind and cloud.
Hunt them down. Into the shadows. To ashes!
Right now.
Fall before me.
I'm always watching.
It's over.
Right here. Emerge. Right here.
Where evil lurks.
Shoot on sight.
Loaded.
Emerge.
Ready. Power that ended high.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Hunt them down.
Right here. Right now. Right here.
I think I'll read a little before the next battle begins. Please refrain from recommending something like a newspaper. I recognize that short-form articles may be a fitting choice, considering the limited amount of time at our disposal, but they're simply not to my taste.
I don't believe anyone enjoys taking up arms and going to war, unless they're seeking to fulfill some other desire. Whenever the sound of clashing blades fades into the distance, I appreciate the silence that follows, all the too quiet for you. Then I'll play a tune on the leaf, so you can be surrounded with the sound of nature.
Do you think we'd ever see A in the outside world again if there were this many stories to read in her plane of euthymia? I, for one, rather doubt it. I have an idea. Let's tell her that we know a wonderful little domain full of light novels and tricolor dango. It's high time she got out of Tenshukaku for a bit. Ah, yes, and dango milk, too. They don't have it here? Well, don't look at me, little one. That's your job. Sort it out. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Since we got some time on our hands, do you want to take a seat and shoot the breeze for a bit? I brought some drinks if you're thirsty. With me here, we can take whatever this domain has to throw at us. There's no point in spending all your time worrying about what lies beyond the horizon. If it's a sunny day, you can snooze away. And if there's dark clouds ahead, you just gotta roll up your sleeves and sail on through the storm. That there's the secret to living a happy life.
I can do it.
So, what's the deal?
Swirl, Mark II, Animotech. Out of my way! Dissipate!
A sight to behold. Emerge, right now, right here.
Absorption test, Animotech.
The process of elimination.
Lightning, terrified! Our bond is strong.
Emerge, right now, emerge.
Well now.
I'll settle this.
Right here.
Enhanced Animal Module 75. Stand clear.
Diffract.
I once read a story about a wonderful paradise. Later on in life, it was also books that got me interested in studying alchemy. It's funny, but even now, that story
storybook about paradise and my alchemy textbooks are right next to each other on the bookshelf next to my bed. One day, I hope to break down the barriers between those books by using bioalchemy to create that paradise for real.
I do hope I'll get to read a story about a rebellious princess. You know, the type who sheds her long, cumbersome skirts and learns equestrianism, swordplay, perhaps even medicine. She'll live freely, take to the field to defeat evil personally, and defend the people and nation by her own hand. You know what? I might just write that story myself.
Quite a few books. Storybooks, mostly. A rare sight in the House of Dana. They claim it would distract the students from their studies. But if the fate of a student's studies depends on externally imposed restrictions, whether to storybooks or otherwise, they won't make it far in academia.
Dear me, is it time to go off and fight again already? All this running around is getting quite exasperating. I have half a mind to transform into a kitsune and hitch a ride on your shoulder. You'd like that, wouldn't you? In your dreams. Oh, little one, you've still got a long way before Yae Miko the Wise and Beautiful permits you to see her true form.
Justice will prevail! Stand down!
The process of elimination.
You big bully!
Flicker.
Too late for regrets. Have fun with this gift. And there!
Here you are. Deflect. Well now.
Here's the good! Teamwork is true! Gears of the storm!
Scatter! Flicker.
Let's light it up! I'm going in! Magic lamp! Dare to mess with me? No sense of respect! Truth repeats its course. Too late for regret. What's this?
Here you are.
Let's sweeten the deal. What's this? What's that, you say? I could have sworn I just heard you invite me to go monster fighting in this domain with you. Strange. I slept perfectly well last night. Why am I having auditory hallucinations? Dori Bay is just a straightforward businesswoman. So let me put it to you this way. Why would any business person take such a huge gamble on their own life unless there was, oh, I don't know, a few dozen million Mora to be made? Here's my counteroffer. A custom-made Domain Delver survival kit just for you. Great value for your Mora, and available at a discounted price for a limited time only.
Rest time, you say? Then let's give our vocal cords a rest. Grab some coffee, and spend some time thinking about the things you're usually too busy for.
I know that many of the younger generation see me as a sort of legendary figure. Why, my stories and my accomplishments can even be found in Kosharawar textbooks. But it does seem that people aren't quite used to having a legend living among them. No one takes my courses or pays attention to my research. Even securing research funding can be a struggle. If I were lucky enough to have one of my predecessors here in the flesh, I'd be waiting on her hand and foot, serving her tea, massaging her shoulders, asking her all sorts of questions. What happened to this generation? Where is their inquisitiveness?
These monsters are stronger all the time. Probably 'cause I'm on the team, I bet. But the good news is, as the leader of Benny's adventure team, I've learned a lot about how to draw monsters' attention. I'll lure them out, and once they charge at me, you guys wait for the right moment to take them all down.
laid bare.
Let's sweep the field!
Drop your weapons!
You're toast!
Hands where I can see! Everlasting as the moon!
You intend to take a rest? I concur. You do look quite tired. Self-knowledge is a good trait to have. Better to walk at a slower pace if it means you will travel further in the end. I brought some coffee candies. Here, take one.
If there really was such a thing as a miracle potion that could cure all disease, I'm sure it would be auctioned off and sold for an astronomical price. But in this fairy tale, the fairy gives her magic potion to the prince for free. She has no business sense at all. If you want my opinion, praying to a fairy isn't the answer. Better to go out and make some mora. I imagine you'll want to keep fighting soon. Do you want a bite to eat first? You know you love my cooking. You should never work on an empty stomach. More importantly, a proper meal will put you in a good mood, and you'll handle yourself better in a crisis. Here, some chopsticks for ya. Don't be shy now. Dig in.
We're gonna rest and regroup? Good. A wise decision. There's no telling what awaits us next. It's crucial that we take every opportunity to recover our strength. You should go hydrate. I'll handle the weapon maintenance. Once I'm done, they'll be good as new.